Hi, guys. This is Tracy with Inside Pool Magazine. As you know, I've been following a couple of these juniors around and been doing quite a few of these podcasts, and these kids are actually enjoying it. There's one particular child that has come across my radar several times, and his name is D'Angelo Spain. This kid has a Fargo up in the 500s. So, you guys, watch out. This kid is coming for his glory, and his parents are so supportive, and they're also pool players as well. So let's go ahead and run his video, guys. This is D'Angelo Spain coming out of Maryland.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right.
Hi, guys. How are you tonight?
Hello, we're good.
If everybody could introduce themselves, the fans would love to know who everyone is.
Oh, okay. So I'm Joel Spain, and actually cool. I'm 11 years old.
Awesome.
And I'm the father, Frank Spain, and I'm the head of the whole family.
And I'm Angela. I'm the mom.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is a family affair here. Every one of these people play pool. So when Frank and Angela go out on the town with their kids, more than likely they're in a pool hall winning a tournament. I mean, with all of them, one of you is bound to win.
Thank you.
D'Angelo, how long have you been playing pool, sir?
7 years.
7 years. You started young. Dad, how did you notice something special about D'Angelo?
I did. The first time that he picked up a stick and wanted to hit some balls, I actually tried to stop him from hitting balls. We had just got a new table. I'm like, no, you're 3-4 years old. Like, I don't want you messing up the table. Go away. But he wasn't going away. But I saw the determination that he had and the focus in his eyes. So I said, okay, let me see if I can teach you this real quick. And he was picking it up right away. I'm like, wait a minute, this is not normal.
Right.
So I started showing him more stuff, and he was just already running out at 4 years old. I'm like, okay, I got something special on my hands.
You had a natural.
Yeah,
Mom, did you realize that you had a prodigy in your house?
I did. He was so determined to learn, and he actually made me decide, oh, wait, let me learn too, because I felt left out. Because those so I did learn when he learned. So, yeah, he was a prodigy really young.
Ladies and gentlemen, they also have two other children. One is 4, and I believe you guys said the other one was 8?
9.
9, and they're girls. So don't think this is the only kid.
right. Well, we have another kid. He's 19.
Oh.
He's actually serving in the Marines right now.
Thank you, guys. Tell him thank you for his service.
Yes, I will. And the funny thing is, I tried to teach him first, and he just did not get it. I'm like, don't worry about it, son. Pool is not for everybody.
No, it's not.
And once he saw Jones picked it up right away, he said, wait a minute, Dad, I need to try one more time. And then he picked it up, and now he's like a skill level 7. And, you know, he's been competing, traveling around with the whole family all over the country.
Well, I mean, you can't have little brother making you look bad.
Exactly. Right.
And they used to battle all the time on the table.
That sibling rivalry will get you every time. I know it did with me and my siblings every time.
Yeah.
Let's see. We have a couple of questions for you, sir. Could you tell me what school you go to?
I go to Southgate Elementary School.
And what state are you in right now, sir?
Maryland.
So any of you guys out there in the Maryland area, keep your eyes peeled. You're looking at a future Shane Van Boning right here. This kid's on it, let me tell you.
Thank you.
And you have a home. Do you have a pool room that you play out of, like a home pool room?
Yes.
Could you
Center,
tell us the name?
Center Pocket.
Awesome. And I believe we will have a surprise a little later on in the podcast so that you guys get to meet this amazing person that's allowing his children in his pool room. So you guys hang in there. We've got some surprises tonight. And D'Angelo, what is your APA ranking or your Fargo ranking right now?
My APA ranking is a 7, and my Fargo ranking is 515.
515. Wow, Dad, that is one strong Fargo rating for an 11-year-old.
Thank you.
Who has been your biggest motivator and support system?
My mom and dad. My mom, because she tries to get me to these tournaments and helps me do practice. And then my dad, because he taught me how to play pool and taught me how to do good things. And and he likes to talk trash. So that motivates me too.
That motivates you too, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a sarcastic mom myself, so my kids get a lot of punishment from me, but boy, they dish it back out to me too. And here we thought he was going to be shy. And Dad, you said he began his love of pool around 4?
Yes. Yeah. I thought he was gonna be a basketball player. I grew up as a bowler and a basketball player.
Okay.
And I saw he had a love for the basketball, and he was picking that up quickly. But once he picked up the stick, he didn't want to do nothing else. It was like that was it. Like he has game systems at home, but it collects dust. Like he don't even touch it. Like all he wants to do is have that pool stick in his hand, hitting balls.
Almost like an extension of his soul.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Right.
That's amazing. So you'd rather play pool than anything else? You don't have any other hobbies, D'Angelo?
No, I mean, I'm kind of good at basketball.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming you would be a natural since Dad plays too. Sometimes it's the chip off the old block, right? Do you have a professional pool player that's your favorite?
I have a few of them. One Jason Shaw, because he's a beast on the table, and he's like a great player. And another one, Chris Reinhold, because he supports the juniors, and he's a beast on the table too. And he's like as a big brother to the juniors.
He is a fantastic person.
Yes, he is. And the last one, Ashton Reyes, because he's a musician.
He's a legend.
Yeah, he can do anything. Literally.
Well, that's fantastic. I can't wait to actually meet the family one of these days. You guys seem very fun to hang out with.
Thank you.
What has been your biggest accomplishment to date?
Well, my biggest, I have a few of those too. One, it was a JIC in South Carolina. I got second in that one. And then there was in the 13U, and then there was a tournament in the Expo right after that. I placed second in the 12U, and then there was one more like a week ago. For the APA juniors, I placed first to qualify for the championship in St. Louis, for the nationals in St. Louis. So
you will be in St. Louis. Well, I may make that trip. There's a lot of you guys that will be in St. Louis, so this should be fun. This should be fun. Well, congratulations. I did see your stuff from Super Billiards Expo, and that's when people were contacting me. You did really well. Congratulations, and very well earned. I'm sure you're putting in the work, sir. I'm sure you're putting in the work.
Yes.
And I know Mom is.
I am. I'm trying. Actually, my daughter, who's 9, she went up to a 4 in APA. So I was like, oh, she cannot pay.
Right?
So probably a week later, I started practicing probably the past month. I've been practicing a lot. And now I'm a flipper. So they really motivated me to practice and to be better.
So you guys are just competitors, just a family of competitors.
She's my toughest student.
I am.
Well, we've got too much going on up here. You know, it's like 1 minute you're thinking about this, and then boom, something else.
People set up a shot for me like 20 times. I'm like, no, I'll do it like maybe 5, and then that's it. I'm done. I don't want to keep doing this.
She's one and done. Okay, I don't want to do it no more. That's it. Right.
I'm guilty. I'm guilty of the same thing. It's like, no, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. Isn't there laundry calling me? Let's see. What has been your biggest lesson so far, D'Angelo?
One of my biggest lessons is to respect your opponent. Because if you don't respect your opponent, you will be doing dumb things, and your opponent will capitalize on it.
Very good answer. And an honest one. Loving it. Loving it. During these long competitive grinds like the JIC, Frank, do you notice any mental or physical fatigue with D'Angelo as the hours pass?
You know,
I don't really see fatigue physically, but towards like the end of a tournament, I can see a mental challenge to where he has to maintain that same drive that he had starting off. And it's not really fatigue, it's starting to question himself.
Right.
You know, what's there, like, can I do it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to do it. Who am I playing against? Can I beat them? So he starts asking himself all these questions and not having a clear head. So I wouldn't really call it mental fatigue. It's a part of the mental game.
Right.
But for the most part, I mean, he's okay, you know, as far as his stamina. Mm-hmm. But he just has to keep his head clear from the beginning to the very end. You
being a billiard instructor, which you've been teaching your children and your wife. Do you have any advice that you give to D'Angelo when he starts slipping like that? You know, when it's almost like he's getting towards the end and he needs to stay focused. Do you have anything that you give to him to help him with that? Yeah, I mean, I pretty much tell him like this is your moment to bring that animal out, okay? And you have to rely on all of the training that you've been doing to prepare for this moment. So, of course, you know, when the nerves kick in, I mean, I'm not the one that's playing, he's the one that's playing. Right. So, naturally, we're all going to have nerves. Right. But that's when you have to rely on your fundamentals and your mechanics to get you through those situations. So absolutely. Just breathe, relax, take a break if you need to, come back, stay ready. And that's it. Awesome. Amazing. Is that pretty much how Dad handles it, D'Angelo?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, from hearing him reply, I think that he's pretty comfortable when he's there. And, you know, we have to understand these are kids. So they're handling things as their maturity level is gaining, you know. So him being 11, he's pretty mature for an 11-year-old in the billiards industry. So congratulations. You guys are doing fantastic. What is one tournament you would like to attend and why, D'Angelo?
One tournament I would like to attend is the International Open because I get to play pros and I can try to make a name for myself. I'll probably want to play any pro tournament that I have a chance to play in.
Good answer. Excellent answer. And everyone knows who you are. I promise you that. You're making a name for yourself, sir. Absolutely.
Thank you.
He got to go to the international last year because for the JIC, if you finish in the top 16 and then 18 and under, you get to play
Oh,
their finals at the International Open. So they were playing right next to the pros.
awesome.
It was so fun. It was a great experience.
Dad, did you ever see yourself raising a prodigy like this? Did it ever occur to you that this would be your life right now?
No, I talk about that every day. Like, is this really happening? You know, I never thought that we would be in this situation right here, where we have a young kid that's very dominant and passionate about the game, but actually have a bright future in this game. So
Right.
I never saw that.
The blessings. And you guys have 2 other blessings on top of it, or actually 3 blessings, and it's amazing. It's amazing.
Right.
After high school, D'Angelo, do you plan on furthering your education, or have you not really thought about it? I mean, come on, at 11, I don't think I was thinking about what I wanted to be when I grew up. I just wanted to be a princess. I didn't really care.
Well, I would want to further my pool career, but depending on how it's going, I would want to serve my country as a United States Marine.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. And the United States appreciates that. Ladies and gentlemen, the Spains also have a son that's currently, you said, in the Marine Corps. And he is a fantastic representative for our country, so we appreciate his sacrifice. All right, let's see. Mom and Dad, have you guys noticed any difficulties in school with him going to these events? Has his grades been fine?
Yeah, his grades have been fine. I always make sure they get all of their makeup work when they aren't there for tournaments. So he's always on top of that. So yeah, his grades are doing good.
Awesome. Because I think a lot of the people out there don't understand that these kids, you know, they have to make good grades in order for them to do this, because the parents are very vigilant about these things. So it's great that we're getting that out there, that the kids are keeping up with their studies and they are progressing in school and being able to hold down these tournaments, because these tournaments are almost every weekend sometimes. I do have some comments. Here we go.
And his oh, you got a comment?
Yes, it says he is from my hometown, Maryland. The kid is a sharpshooter. Thank you so much. Can you see that, Frank?
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. So how do you think he's handled the pressures, Dad? With the tournament grind and school, do you think he's doing okay?
I think he's doing great, to be honest with you, because I ask myself a lot of times, when I was his age, I don't think I would be able to do the things that he can do right now. He's handling school, he's training, he's traveling, he's competing, waking up early in the morning, playing long days. I know at his age, I wouldn't. No.
Me either. I was, Saturdays were cartoon days.
Yeah.
Not full days.
Yeah, but he does it so well, and he knows how to prepare himself without me getting him prepared. Right. So he knows, okay, I got a tournament tomorrow, I'm going to bed early. I'm waking up early. I'm sometimes he'll go on YouTube and he'll watch motivational speeches. He'll have a playlist of music that he wants to listen to get his mind right. And of course, I'll have my pep talks with him, but he already knows how to handle the whole journey. It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's almost like he was born for this.
Yes.
I mean, there's no simpler words for that. He was born for this.
It's crazy. He's been here before.
If you guys had followed Shane Van Boning, he had a short interview video that he had done, and he's been playing since he could hold a cue, and it's the same. His grandfather knew he was born for this. So you guys have a prodigy for sure, for sure. And let's see. D'Angelo, what do your friends think of you playing pool? Do they have any opinions at all?
Yeah, they think it's cool. They
I
like
bet.
it.
Do they have any questions for you? Do they ask you crazy things when you get back from a tournament?
Yeah, they say, how much do you be winning? They
Do you
say,
tell them it goes back in the pool so you can get to another event?
yeah, they ask, where do I go? Like, where did it happen at?
What do your teachers think?
Oh, she think it's cool too. Yeah,
She used to play softball.
yeah, softball.
She was a softball player, so she understands
She
what's
gets
right.
the grind.
So,
Right.
okay, I'll give him all his makeup work when he comes back, so she understands.
So you guys have a lot of support from the community, from the school as well then. Fantastic. I'm happy to hear that. That's fantastic. We need more people to be supportive of these kids for sure.
And the good thing about our area is that all of the pool halls here welcome kids. Like we've never been to a pool hall that was like, no kids can come in.
That was my next question.
Yeah.
So you guys haven't had any issues with venues allowing your children to go in and play then?
No. They love to see them.
Awesome. Awesome. I guess we're all moving to Maryland. Move over, guys. Let's see. D'Angelo, do you currently have a practice regime?
No, I do not, but I shoot pool every day. So anything I need to focus on, I have drills in my toolbox, so I just use the drills that will help me focus.
Dad, do you have a have you noticed him having any difficulties with any of his shots at all that you're having to help him with?
Yeah, I mean, I have a magnifying glass, so I see a lot of things that most people can't see.
Right. You know your child too.
Yeah, and then we also try to record a lot of his matches. So once we get back home, I'm sitting there and I'm going back over his matches. So
right.
I'll pick out certain things and then, like you said, go in the toolbox and pull out a drill and kind of focus on those specific skill sets and stuff like that. So
awesome.
He's good, but he has a long way to go, like all of us, So
fantastic. Have you noticed any the girls, I don't know if you had seen my podcast with Mary Tam and April Larson, but they talked about the struggles as they get older. Girls are a little more emotional than boys are. Have you noticed any emotional struggles with him after a match? Say something that he should have done. Is he going over those things before, like on the ride home? Does he do that? Does he beat himself up over any of these, or is he handling it a lot better than most 11-year-olds?
Well, each event is different. Sometimes we'll talk about it right away, like maybe in the parking lot.
Get it out.
And then sometimes I might wait a little bit until we're like halfway home. I'm like, all right, son, so what happened right here? And then sometimes I just might not say anything.
Right.
It all depends on how he really played. Because sometimes you can play your heart out and still lose.
Oh, absolutely.
And
if it's not your day, it's not your day.
Right. So I don't want to add salt to injury. Like, you did good, son. Just don't worry about it. But I still want to talk about certain situations. So I kind of pick and choose my timing when we talk about what we always want to talk about.
Mom, have you noticed anything with him after a tournament, if he had his heart set on winning it? I mean, is he handling this very well? He seems like he handles things fairly well.
Yeah, he handles it pretty well. He gets upset.
I mean, we all do.
Yeah, it's been a couple, like the last two, where he came in second. He won it. He was so close. He really wanted to finish in first, but like the last tournament, it was just one roll of the cue ball that made him lose that rack and lost the game. And he was so upset about it. But he knows that that's over. That's in the past. So he just moves on.
So you kind of rolling with the punches there, kiddo?
Yeah.
But then he won the very next tournament after that. So.
I think what it does is it pushes him even harder. Does it push you harder if you don't finish where you think you should finish, D'Angelo? Do you push harder on that next tournament?
Yeah, I take it out on everybody else.
At least you have a healthy outlet. That is a very healthy outlet. I know who I'm betting on. That's all I'm saying. Let's see. How many hours do you think you spend on a pool table a week? We are frozen right now, guys and gals. So give us just a few minutes. We're going to see what's going on. Unfortunately, I think our connection has staggered just a little bit. We're going to try to get the Spains back in here in just a second. Sometimes that happens with the podcast. So just hang in there just a few minutes. We have a couple more things we want to talk to the Spains about. So you guys hang in there. There they are. Hi. It freezes sometimes. I've noticed that. I think it's just the time of day. So we're good. We're good. All right.
Did you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you just fine, sir. Just fine. So I believe the question was, how many hours a week do you think you play pool?
I play 5 to 6 hours a day, practicing or playing like league matches. But either way, I'm still playing pool on the table.
All right, cool. Awesome. Love it. Do you feel, D'Angelo, that the media, the tournament directors, and the venues are giving enough to the juniors? Are we giving you guys enough exposure and the things that you need? If you don't feel so, could you tell us what you think we should be doing for you guys?
I think we have some exposure. Yeah, exposure. But if a little more would be good because it takes a village, and if that village help, it'll be a game changer.
It takes a village to raise a pool player. I'm right on that bandwagon with you guys. Right on it. Oh my goodness, we have a grandparent in the house. Do you know this person? Welcome. Thank you so much, Miss Spain. Thank you so much. He is a brilliant child for sure. If you could fast forward 10 years, D'Angelo, where do you see yourself in the billiard world?
I see myself playing the Moscone Cup with all the JIC juniors that I played with in my childhood.
Awesome. And I cannot wait to see you snap off a World Pool Masters event either. It's coming. What advice would you give to a newcomer to the game of billiards? Say somebody like your little sister.
I would tell her to stay ready. If you stay ready, you gotta get ready. I would tell her to focus on your fundamentals. I would tell them to practice more than you play in tournaments, because you get in what you get out. I mean, you get out what you get in. Whatever. But yeah.
We get it. We get it. We completely understand. Good answer. If you could speak to someone, say I had unlimited funds, say Donald Trump or somebody with bucks a million, said, you know what, here's a big bag of money, do something for these juniors, what would you like to see us do with that money?
I will tell them if they could pay for the entry fees and the travel funds for the juniors to travel the tournaments. I would ask them if they could give us good equipment, and I would ask them if they could let us get on TV, and so we can replace that action and stuff, whatever that is.
That sounds like a tall order, but you know what? We'll see what we can do for you. Okay. Well, D'Angelo, everybody's waiting. What is in your case?
Oh, I play with a Predator P3 Black, and my break cue is BK Rush, Black BK Rush, and my jump cue is an Air Rush, and I my glove is a Perry glove from Jason Shaw in person, and I play with Town Chalk. Yeah, Town Chalk.
All
And
right.
that's it.
Awesome. Dad, you couldn't have raised a better child. You two have done such a fantastic job. He did not falter not one time. No nerves at all. Nerves of steel this kid has. Okay, next question. Do you have any sponsors out there that's watching that you would like to say hi to?
Oh, okay. I have Predator. Hello. Town. Hello. Center Pocket and Richie Shots.
Awesome. And Dad, does D'Angelo have a website?
He has a Facebook fan page.
Okay, so you guys can follow him there.
Yeah. You can just put Jaws Fame or D'Angelo Jaws Fame
Awesome.
for his Facebook page. And he also has a YouTube channel that we are still trying to grow. We're trying to get more subscribers. He's currently at like maybe 190 subscribers right now. So we're trying to get the road to 1,000. So if you guys
send
can
me that link and I'll push it for you. I got you, buddy. I got you.
His YouTube is just Jaws Spain, and we'll send you the link for that.
Okay, and I'll make sure I get that posted, guys. And I believe you guys had a guest that would like to talk tonight.
Yeah. Oh, let me go get her.
I got it.
We're gonna go get her. Her name is Leah, and she's one of the owners of Center Pocket. There's also another one. His name is Kasim. He's not here today. So we're gonna see if Leah can come in.
I think he is
real quick.
D'Angelo, do you have a particular brand of table that you like over the others?
Do I have what?
A particular brand of table.
Brand of table.
Oh yeah, I like Rassins.
You like the Rassins?
At Center Pocket.
Do you guys have Rassins where you're at?
Yeah.
Yeah, Center Pocket, they have non-foot Rassins.
They have 5 Rassin tables, and it's one. I'm gonna show you the table if I can figure out. The table that he practices on. It's in the VIP room, and this is basically his room because he's always in here.
Oh,
so
it's beautiful. That's a lovely table.
It's the nicest table, and this is the VIP room here. So you just have this whole room to yourself most of the time.
Awesome. D'Angelo, do you feel up to hitting some balls for us?
Yeah, you want to hit some balls?
Oh, she's coming right now, but yeah, sure.
Oh, here she comes.
We'll let her talk and talk about the room, and then we want to watch you play if you're up to it.
Okay.
Here is Miss Leah. This is Tracy.
Hello, Miss Leah. My name is Tracy, and I work for Inside Pool Magazine. I've been doing these interviews with these children, and we have quite a few children, and we've never met a venue owner that allows the kids in. Could you tell us a little bit about your pool room?
Well, what we tell everybody, like whenever I'm meeting people for the first time, I always talk about the fact that we're pool players, and that's our slogan, I guess. We created this room for pool players, by pool players, but when we play in leagues, oftentimes parents, have childcare issues. And so one of the things that we wanted to do when we opened our pool room was to make sure kids could come on the premises, because a lot of the bars are 21 and older. We specifically applied for a particular liquor license that will allow minors on property while we're serving alcohol. So it's really like a Buffalo Wild Wings with pool tables.
Awesome.
So families can come in. And so that's, pretty much our theme. Whenever I talk to people, I say, hey, when you say pool room, they always say, well, oh, you're a pool hall. and they think of it, like, with that
Right.
stigma of what
Yes.
pool halls used to be like. And so I always tell them, it's like bowling, where it's family friendly. We have kids here that play in juniors leagues. We have parents like Frank and Angie who have been huge supporters of ours and helping us bring in more juniors so that we can really cultivate this as a sport. And
Yes.
so that's our biggest selling point is when we talk about our room, we talk about it being family friendly and that families can come in and find, a place where they can hang out. And even if their kids want to learn about pool, Frank is a certified instructor. So he also runs his academy out of here.
Awesome. You are a blessing. You are a blessing. You are leading my whole theme here. It's like we need more pool rooms where our babies can be safe. We need more pool rooms where our kids can learn. And I could not be more honored to have you on the podcast tonight. Thank you so much for doing what you're doing for these kids.
No, thank you. I really appreciate it. And I don't know if Frank put a plug in for himself, but
He didn't, but I was planning on plugging him anyway.
yeah, because pool is a sport.
Yes.
And I know that when we look at Moscone Cup and we look at a lot of international matches online or on television, we see a lot of our American players underrepresented at the top levels in the international rankings. And I do believe the kids that we're seeing that are moving through the JIC, the Junior International Championship pool tour, we're going to see these kids on the international stage.
Absolutely.
And we really have to treat it like a sport like other countries do.
And that's our issue right now with the Olympics. It's we are told that it's not a sport, it's a game. So what my thing is if we're teaching our children to use this as a sport and we start them with this generation, with his generation, I think we can change their minds. And that's the reason why I'm doing this, because they need to see that these kids treat it as a sport. It is no different than baseball, basketball, chess, swimming. If they can put cornhole on TV, why can they not let these babies play pool?
Right. Yep. Yeah. No, I agree with it 100%. And whatever we can do to continue to spread the message and support the kids in any way we can, we'll continue to do that.
Thank you so much. Could you give me the name of your pool room and the address for our fans, please?
Oh, thank you. It's Center Pocket Billiards Cafe. And we go by Center Pocket Billiards because in the pool community, that's what people know it as. But because we also have a full kitchen, we want people to know it as Center Pocket Cafe and Billiards. And we are at 4931 Tesla Drive, like the car. Unit H is in house, Bowie, Maryland, 20715. We're right off of US Route 50, and we intersect with US 301 and Route 50 here in Bowie, Maryland.
So it's easy to find. Good.
Yeah.
And how many tables do you have in your room?
Well, good question. We have 24 7-foot diamond pro-am tables, and we have 4 Rassin tables, which are the ones that, the one we have in our VIP room is the Victory +2, which is the one that they played on for Moscone Cup.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the other 4 Rassin tables, 9-foot tables in the room. So we have the 5 9-foot Rassin tables and the 4 24 7-foot diamond pro-am tables.
Absolutely fantastic. And do you offer a full menu with your kitchen?
Yes, we have a full menu. We serve breakfast until 9 p.m. every day. We have, of course, Jaw's favorite thing. He orders the basket fries all the time. And we have chicken tenders. We have cheesesteaks. We have quesadillas. We have salads. We have burgers. We have our DC style half smokes. We have hot dogs. The burgers are amazing. We have a farm burger where you can get an egg, bacon, cheese, and there's something else we add. We also have a double beef and chicken
Every
sandwich. which
pool
all
player in the
comes with-
community's ears just went like this.
Yeah. So we have a really good menu because with our pool tournaments, when the kids are here, the parents are here all day with them. And I look at it like the tables have turned because when we played in pool leagues before the juniors program really took off, we would bring the kids along and they would just kind of have to hang out while we would play pool. But now the tables have turned. When the kids are here playing, the parents have to hang out and support the kids while they're playing. So, that's why we want to have a really good menu. And the other thing we have to have for the kids is a lot of water and Gatorade.
Right.
They will drink all the Gatorade we have in the building. But yeah, the menu is pretty extensive. And I think so far we've gotten a lot of good feedback on the food and the quality of the food.
Good. And what are your hours?
Every day we open at 11 a.m. for lunch. So in the daytime, we are starting to get more business as people are finding out about us. Our evenings are mostly our busiest nights
Right.
because we have pool leagues on every night of the week except Wednesday nights. That's why you get
Congratulations.
in the background. So we have pool leagues every night, and usually about 5:30. That's when everybody is coming in. They're trying to get their food and they're trying to get set up for practice. So we run several different types of leagues. We have APA, we have a tap pool league, we have 2 in-house pool leagues. We run 8-ball, 9-ball. We have a women's division. We have the juniors division. So we have, all kinds of things going on in addition to the tournaments that we run on the weekends.
Fantastic. You're doing an amazing job. And like I said, it's an honor to have met you. And hopefully when I get up that way, I will stop by and I will bring me a few pool players with me.
Yeah, well, please do that. But I got to tell you, we have the pool sharks in the room right now. So they better bring their A game because our juniors are the best players we have in the planet. And I'm not just saying that. It's because they're well trained. Frank is, I don't know if you saw how the balls are lined up in the room right now, but
I saw them and I was like, ooh, I want to see how he does.
it's just like, I always try to use basketball references because I played basketball, but like, Michael Jordan, all the top players, Kobe Bryant, all those players that were great players. They were great players because of what they did off the court. They didn't just play awesome in games, but this is what you do when nobody is watching.
Absolutely.
You're shooting your free throws. You are, getting those reps in, and that's what Jaws does. And I want to be able to say one day that
You knew him.
I witnessed it, and I mean that. And I'm not going to sleep on Hurricane either because little Frankie is making her mark right now, at her age level. So I can tell you.
He'll
right
have
now,
that big portrait up in the room with it signed. This is where
Say
I
that again?
started.
Yeah.
He'll have his big picture up there and he'll have to sign it for you because this is where he started.
Yep, well, we have his signature on the wall already.
I have to show you the wall.
So
He's got one. Oh my gosh.
we need to mark his height off too, because as he keeps growing, we want him to come back so we can mark it off again.
You're going to have to get him one of those, the marks that grandparents used to give us as we got taller. His is going to be all those wins.
Yep.
Fantastic. It's been a pleasure, Miss Leah. And if there's anything that I can do for you with Inside Pool Magazine on plugging your venue, please let me know, and I'll do as much as I possibly can for you.
Well, thank you for the opportunity. I would say just keep putting the word out about the kids. But
I'm doing my best, and people are listening, so fingers crossed. It does take one person to start it, and then we all just have to jump online. That's it.
Yep. Well, in the words of Frank Spain, it takes a village.
It has always taken a village. We just have forgotten that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. We're going to watch our little Jaws shoot some balls.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Mr. Spain, I have a question. Does D'Angelo play any other games besides 9-ball and 8-ball?
Yeah, he plays 9-ball, 8-ball. We'll play banks when we're practicing. 9-ball banks. We'll play straight pool, and we'll also play a game of kick safe. Not too many people know about it, but you can actually look it up on YouTube. You'll see, I think Bustamante and I think it was maybe Bustamante and Shane Van Boney playing a game of kick safe. It's a good game.
I believe you're right.
Right. But we'll just use those games for training purposes. But earlier he said he was gonna tell Jason Shaw that he's coming for his high run for straight pool.
Well, somebody's gonna have to kick him off that horse, aren't they?
I know it's gonna be a while. That's a big number to get.
That was massive. That was a massive run.
Mm-hmm.
So, could you explain to the fans, because some of these younger up and pool players, some of these younger kids don't understand exactly what Jaws is doing. Could you explain this training technique that he's doing right now?
Well, this is called the long line drill, and the object is to shoot all the balls using the 3 pockets that's on the opposite side, while maintaining the cue ball, while maintaining the cue ball on one side of the line. So it targets specific skill sets such as drawbacks, seeing the angles, the tangent lines. So those are the specific skill sets. So if you was to do this drill and say you only made like 3 and then you missed, that's okay. Anytime you're doing a drill, you don't want to get your head wrapped around trying to complete the drill. It's okay if you don't complete it. The main thing is to understand what the drill is demanding you to do. So once you understand what the drill is demanding you to do, then you understand the skill sets that's required to execute the drill. And then that's how those specific skill sets get stronger. Okay. And
awesome.
then eventually you will start executing. Well, yeah, this we got 15 balls out here. Any player can do it. And if you want to try it, I'll say do it 10 times in a row and track how many balls you made each time. So do it 10 times and then try to figure out what your average is. And then that's your goal, to try to continue to increase that average.
So how many balls has he run doing this before?
Yeah, he's completed this drill a lot of times.
Okay, good.
A lot of times. So
he has excellent cue ball control. You've done a very good job.
Thank you. And it comes from drills. It came from a variety of drills, so let's see. Yeah, there you go. See, that time he had the cue ball frozen on the rail, and it put him in a tough situation. So those are the situations that you'll learn, doing drills like this.
Right.
You don't want to leave the cue ball on the rail. It makes your shot more complicated because now you're forced to have the tip above center, and you can't manipulate the cue ball as much as you would like. But you learn those things doing these drills, but you just keep doing it. Yeah, you just keep doing it, and you'll learn so much from just one drill: speed control, angles, tip position, and you can try to challenge yourself to try to go down like the whole line one by one. That's more advanced, but that's just if you want to challenge yourself.
If I'm not badly mistaken, I've seen Jason Shaw do something similar to this.
Yeah. A lot of players do drills like this. You have a lot of one pocket drills where you're making all the balls in just one pocket. So, but there's so many variations to one particular drill. You pretty much have like a beginner level, intermediate, and advanced and stuff like that. So
yes. Does he have a particular game that he prefers over all the others?
9-ball. Nine ball is his game. But don't get me wrong, he's very good at 8 ball.
Right.
I just feel like sometimes when he's playing 8 ball, he just wants to get it over with.
Right.
You know,
And the 9 ball's a little faster, I think.
it is. It is. You know, 8 ball is all about pattern play,
Right.
strategizing. You got to create your own patterns. 9 ball, it's kind of given to you, but you have to have good cue ball control as well.
Absolutely.
You know, as fast as you can win, you can lose just as fast. So.
Absolutely. I've always preferred 8 ball over 9 ball myself. I think it's because I like the strategics to it.
Right. And most beginner players, or I'm not gonna say beginner players, but a lot of players do like 8 ball because it gives them more options. So if they do get out of line, get out of shape on a ball that they did want to set up for, they have another option. So I think that's
Dad,
another.
we have another comment for you. James Sanders says, awesome pool player. He beats most of the adults that crosses his path. Thank you so much, James.
Hey, what's up, James? He's a good buddy of ours. He shoots out of center pocket as well. And he is a big supporter of Jaws, and not just Jaws, our whole family. He's a big supporter, and I appreciate James for that.
Thank you so much, James, for the comment.
For sure. And this drill right here, this is one of many drills, and I'll tell you where we get all of our drills from. So he about to run it out, but let's see.
He's almost done.
But let's let me tilt it down a little bit. Can you see the whole?
Yes, we have 1 ball there.
Let's make sure he doesn't choke. Let's see.
He's got this, Dad.
Oh, okay.
Good job. Good job.
You know, and these drills. Good job, buddy. So these drills, just to let everybody know, go to poolbilliards.co. Poolbilliards.co. Big shout out to Brandon Chef and Boy Tech. You know, they know we do a lot of drills. We try to make a lot of training videos and stuff like that. And I reached out to them like, hey, this is what my son does. Can you open up the door so we can get more drills? You know, right. And they looked out for him, like, say no more. We'll go ahead and give them a subscription, you know, to their website. So now we're like in pool heaven when it comes to drills and stuff like that. So poolbilliards.co, big shout out to them.
Awesome. Is there anybody else, Frank, you would like to plug before we say goodnight for the evening, you and your wife?
Who we got? Get in there.
Get in there. Again, the owners of Center Pocket, everybody that supports us, our families, Predator, all our sponsors, Town.
For sure.
Risky Shots.
And big shout out to Rod Hanna. You can't forget about.
He's one amazing human being.
Yeah,
Rod
for sure.
He's the man. He's the man. He's been charging this a long time. He's the man.
Hanna, Corey Woodford, Trina Woodford, you know, the whole JIC organization. They really started a big movement with the juniors tour stop. I mean, we talked about it for a while, but you know, Rod, he pulled that trigger. He said, let's do it.
Right.
And we have a big juniors community, and we're like one big family. So no, we're willing to travel anywhere. It doesn't matter where it's at. We'll travel anywhere. We'll play anyone. So keep that in mind. Europe, juniors, whoever wants it. The U.S. kids are ready for y'all. So
he's going, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There he's going, yeah, I'm ready.
It's
been a pleasure getting to know your family, Frank and Angela. I wish you guys the best of luck. And like I tell all of my other players or families out there, hi, girls.
These are the girls.
There you go.
More pool players. It takes a village to raise a pool player. It really does. Yeah. And it also takes a village of parents to get the word out there saying our kids need more tournaments. our kids need more help. Because there's families out there that have kids just like your own that can't afford to send them to some of these tournaments. So, we're hoping that there's sponsors out there looking, and we're hoping that there are sponsors out there in the media, in television, like ESPN, that maybe happened across this one video that says, you know what? Let's talk to this kid.
Yeah.
So that's what we're praying for. So we appreciate you guys for allowing
We
me.
appreciate you.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
For allowing me inside your little family for an hour. It's been a pleasure. And Frank, if there's anything, trust me, if there's anything I can do for you and your family, you let me know if it's within my power to do so. Jaws, you keep hitting those balls, boy. You keep going. Every time they tell you can't do it, you tell them you watch me.
That's right. That's right.
He is such a fantastic kid. You guys have raised some phenomenal children. I cannot wait to meet you guys. Well, I'm going to say goodnight to you guys so you can go ahead and get your practice on, because I know you guys got some stuff to do. And that puts your amazing pool player in the running for our giveaway in 2 months from Team Pure Breed. They'll be giving out a package. I'm not quite sure what they're planning on putting in it at the last it's like 2 months. So basically what you do is just keep sharing your video, and the kid with the most views wins.
Oh, okay.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Very simple. All right, Jaws, good luck with your next tournament. Mom, keep bringing those tournaments down. And Dad, you got to play sometime.
Yeah. Hopefully you can make it out to St. Louis.
I hope so. What are the dates on that?
July 7th through 10th.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going to do my best to get out there so I can meet all you guys and we get some pictures together so that we can put them on this wall. I think what I'm going to have to do is create another Facebook page just for the juniors. We've started a movement, guys. Again, thank you so much. You guys have a wonderful night. It's been great.
You too. Bye.
Well, that was Jaws Spain, ladies and gentlemen, and his entire family plays pool. And Frank is one humble gentleman, and he is one amazing father along with his gorgeous wife. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. We as parents, we put our children out there first because, they're our babies and we want to protect them. But we also want them to further themselves and do what they enjoy doing. And this young man is doing something that he loves to do. So for him, it's not work. He's willing to put in the time. He's willing to put in the work because he wants to be on that Moscone Cup team, or he wants to be a world pool master, or he wants to be the UK Open champion. Whatever this kid wants, this kid can accomplish. And it takes, like Frank said, it takes a village. So if there's anybody out there that's willing to sponsor one of these kids, get in touch with myself, Autumn Grusella, or our own Nick DeLeon, and we'll put you in touch with one of these parents. Once again, I'm going to run his video clip, and then we're going to say goodnight. This is Mr. Jaws Spain.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right.